Hello my lovely yoga friends. If you are new around here, then welcome. I am Amy, and if you are one of those fabulous people who is here all the time, then welcome back. This is going to be a reset, refresh, rejuvenate, restore, all those fabulous words beginning with R apparently, kind of flow. So I have in mind those times when you've maybe taken a little break from your yoga practice, maybe you've just felt like a break, or you've been unwell, you've been on holiday. I am going to release this video on the 1st of January, so maybe you had a little break over Christmas. If none of those things apply, you can definitely still enjoy this flow. It's going to have a nice, long, full body, stretchy warm up, then building a little bit of fire in the middle and a nice long cool down. So if you don't feel like a flow where it's like fire the whole time, but you also don't want something super chilled, this is the practice for you. Just a final word from me is a request that you subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Like this video to let me know that you enjoyed it and that I should make more like it. And of course, any comments are always very much appreciated. So we will begin today down on our backs in a Supta Baddha Konasana position. So bringing the soles of the feet to touch, letting the knees drop out wide, and if this already feels like a lot of strain on the hips, then I would encourage you to grab some blocks or some cushions or some blankets, and you can just pop those underneath your knees to give you a little bit of extra support. The feet don't have to be super close to the groin. You can have as much of a gap as you wish to feel comfortable. Draw the chin in towards the chest slightly to find some length down the back of the neck. Lift the chest and then shimmy the shoulder blades together before softening the chest back down. Maybe take some circles with the jaw to release any tension there. Bring your awareness to the eyebrows and the space between them. Is there any tension there that you can let go of? Just reconnecting to our body, and now let's reconnect to our breath. I will invite you to bring one hand to stack on top of the other on the lower belly, and start to take deep breaths, sending them as deep down into the belly as you can, so that the hands rise up towards the sky with every inhale, and they soften back down towards the earth with every exhale. Aiming for roughly 5 seconds on your inhale and 5 seconds on your exhale. Making it deep, smooth, slow breaths in and out through the nose if that works for you. Deep breath in, belly fills up with air. There is absolutely no shame in letting your belly rise as you fill it with breath. And deep breath out, maybe drawing the navel back towards the spine to help you squeeze out every last drop of air to create space for that next inhale to move in. Now move the hands so that they are resting on the sides of the ribs. And as you breathe in, can you draw the breath into the belly and then up into the ribs, expanding them out to each side. You might release a bit of the air from the belly and draw it into the ribs to be able to feel them expanding. And then feel them closing back in towards one another as you breathe out. Inhale, feel them expanding, lifting, cracking open. Exhale, feel them softening back down. Now move the hands up towards the chest. You can either stack one hand on top of the other at the heart, or maybe rest the fingers on the collarbones. Once again, as you breathe in, draw the breath from the belly to the ribs, up into the chest. And this might mean that the belly contracts a bit to push that air upwards into the chest. That's okay. Inhale, heart, collarbones, chest, lift up to the sky. Exhale, they soften back down. Now we'll piece all three of those together, placing the hands wherever felt most comfortable for you. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the ribs, fill the chest. Exhale, empty, chest, ribs, belly. Deep breath in, fill the entire torso from top to bottom, left to right, front to back. Exhale, let everything go, creating space for the next inhale to move in. Deep breath in through the nose, making it slow and smooth. And deep breath out through the nose. Maybe feeling that the air is a bit warmer on the exhale. And it's a bit cooler on the inhale. Take 3 more of these deep breaths here on your own. Wherever the hands are, let them rest down by your sides with the hands facing, the palms facing up to the sky, and bring the right knee across to tap towards the left knee. It doesn't have to touch. And then place the right leg back down. Bring the left knee to tap over towards the right. Bring it back down. Now keep flowing from side to side like you're opening and closing a book. You might find that you can get the legs a little bit further across each time. One more on each side. And then hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Squeeze the legs in. Now keep a hold of the right knee, extend the left leg down towards the bottom of the mat, left toes flexing back towards you, and start to wiggle that right leg from side to side, drawing it up towards the armpit, then across the body, maybe taking it in circles, just mobilizing through that hip joint. Maybe take some circles with that ankle. And then bring the left hand to the outside of that right knee, guide it across the body, down towards the left hand side. Right arm can come into a T or into cactus. Trying to draw both shoulders down towards the earth. Unravel back through centre, keep a grip on that right knee, and then cross the left ankle over the top of that right knee. The right hand, well, both hands can be threaded around the right shin or behind the right thigh. Start to draw the right knee towards you as you open the left knee away from you. Once again, hips and shoulders still rooting down into the earth. And maybe take those circles with both ankles, going in both directions. Deep breath into the sensations. Exhale, release any tension. Release that left leg, extend it out long once again. If the hands are not behind the right thigh, let's all bring them there and start to walk the hands up the back of the leg, drawing that right leg in towards the body. Maybe the leg has a baby micro bend. Maybe the leg comes absolutely nowhere near the face. That's absolutely fine. As you're ready, release that right leg out long and then draw the left knee into the chest, interlace the hands around the leg and just find that movement, maybe from side to side, maybe in circles, maybe some movements with the ankle. And then guide that left knee over to the right hand side, coming into a twist. Sending the breath into the left side of the body. As you're ready, come back through centre, give that knee another squeeze and then cross right ankle over left knee. Take the hands wherever feels good as you draw the left knee towards you and the right knee away from you. Keeping both feet nice and active, maybe taking some circles. Uncross that right leg, extend it long, hands to the back of the left thigh, start to walk them up that leg, keeping the foot nice and flexed, feeling the stretch through that hamstring. And release the grip from that left leg, hug both knees into the chest, one more little wiggle from side to side, and then bring each hand onto each knee, start to take them in big circles in opposite directions. Switch direction of the circles. Hug both knees into the chest, bring the hands just onto the knees gently and start to rock yourself backwards and forwards, taking a few rocks, massaging the spine. And then bring yourself up to seated with the ankles crossed one in front of the other. Hands onto the knees. Inhale, pull the heart through, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine to the back of the mat. Inhale, pull the heart through, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round. Let's do one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now start to take the movement around in circles, drawing the chest forward and down, round to the sides, to the back, and back down. Bring it in the opposite direction. When you get to the front, switch directions once again. One more, going in the other way. And then come back through centre. Drop the chin down towards the chest and then roll it over to the right. Right ear comes to right shoulder. Take it down through centre, over to the left. Keep it flowing from side to side. One more in each direction. and then lift yourself back through center. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand or the right forearm down to the mat. Sweep the left arm up and over, really lengthening through the left side body. Inhale, stretch even further over to the right. Exhale, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Walk the right fingertips out behind. Maybe reach the right hand for the left hip or the left thigh. Deep breath in to lengthen. Deep breath out, deepen into the twist. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, switch the cross of the ankles, keeping things nice and even, and then exhale, take the stretch over to the other side. Keeping the chest rotated up towards the sky. Take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Right hand onto left knee, left hand out behind, maybe taking the bind. Unravel, deep breath in, reach those arms all the way up, keep the shoulders drawing down, and then exhale, bring the hands to interlace behind the lower back. Maybe bring the fists down towards the earth as you lift the chest up towards the sky, and then option here to hinge at the hips, fold down over the legs, bring the forehead down, let the arms drop overhead, maybe wiggle the shoulders from side to side. Inhale all the way up, and then bring the hands onto the mat, bring the knees to the mat, uncross the ankles, tabletop. Shoulders over elbows, over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, starting from the tailbone, point the tailbone, lift the chest up to the sky. Exhale, draw the hips and the chin in towards one another. Inhale. Exhale. Now start to take circles, drawing the chest down to the ground, around and up to the sky, bending into the elbows, maybe taking the movement into the hips, going in both directions. And then come back through center. All 8 fingers pointing towards the front of the mat. Start to shift the weight forward and backwards, just bringing some heat into the wrists. Turn the fingertips to point out to each side. Rock the weight from left to right. Bring the fingertips to face towards you. Heels of the hands pointing to the front of the mat. Gentle rocks forward and backwards. Not bringing any pain. Sensation is fine. Pain is a no-go. Bring those hands to face, back towards the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm high and start to take some big circles with that right arm, like the hand on a clock, moving clockwise. Inhale. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, come onto right ear and right shoulder, sweep the left arm up to the sky and then maybe hook it around for the right inner thigh, taking a bind. Deep breaths here. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, place it on the mat. Unravel yourself back through center. Deep breath in, reach the left arm up to the sky. Start to take those circles towards the back of the mat. Take another deep breath in and deep breath out. Thread the left arm underneath, come onto left ear and left shoulder, reach the right arm up. Maybe find the bind if that feels good, opening through the chest. Inhale, unravel that arm, root it back down. Exhale, come back through tabletop. Inhale, extend the left leg, the right leg, and the left arm, reaching the left fingertips forward, the right leg back, really sending the energy through those fingertips and through those toes, finding the strength in the core to hold us in this position. Take another deep breath in, and then exhale, round everything in, tapping the elbow in towards the belly button, the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend, exhale, round, extend, round, extend, round. One more, extend, round everything in. Now extend as you breathe in. Now option to bend the right heel in towards the right glute, reach the left hand around for the right foot, and then kick the right foot up towards the sky, opening through the chest here in our swan pose. Option for even more of a challenge is to hover the left toes off the mat, so we're just balancing on the right hand and the left knee. Release the grip on the foot. Inhale, extend to spinal balance for one more moment. Place the left hand down, draw the right knee into the nose, and then step that foot through in between the hands, low lunge. Fingertips can be on the mat, or the hands can interlace on top of that right knee. Making sure you're not collapsing the belly down onto that front leg. Find some lift, find some engagement, drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, start to straighten the front leg, come back onto the right heel, windmill the arms behind and round and down. Behind, round and down, does that make sense? Coming into a half split. As you breathe in, bend into that knee, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. And as you breathe out, windmill the arms behind, straighten that leg, half splits. Inhale, sweep it down, reach the arms up. Exhale, half split. One more time, inhale. Exhale, half split, and hold it here. Folding down over that leg. Inhale, rock it back forward to your low lunge. Bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Start to walk the right foot out to the edge of the mat, maybe rolling onto the knife edge of that foot, and then start to bend the left foot in towards you. Sweep the right arm around, grab hold of the left foot, and start to draw it in towards the body. You might only draw it in a few centimetres, a few inches. It might come right towards the glute. Just taking it to the edge of the stretch in your body. Release the grip on the foot, bring both hands back down towards the earth, root down through the left knee, kick the right leg up towards the sky, open the chest, lift that foot high as you can, and then drop that knee back down. Reset your tabletop position. Inhale, extend the right arm forward and the left leg back, holding here in your spinal balance. Send some energy through the fingers and the toes. Take another deep breath in and breathe out, round everything in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Deep breath in, lengthen. Deep breath out, squeeze everything in. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to extend. Draw the left heel in towards the left glute. Maybe grab hold of that foot with the right hand and then kick up towards the sky. Maybe you hover the right foot off the mat for a little extra challenge. And release. Extend back to your spinal balance for one last moment. And then place the right hand down, draw the left knee in, and then step it through to your low lunge, taking whichever variation with the hands works for you. Drawing the inner thighs towards one another, not just sinking and collapsing in, finding the engagement in the stretch. Lifting the chest up as you draw the shoulders down. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, windmill the arms behind as you straighten that front leg. Inhale, low lunge with the arms sweeping up. Exhale, half split with the arms sweeping behind. Deep breath in, coming forward. Deep breath out, making your way back. Inhale. Exhale, half split and hold. Inhale, rock yourself back forward to your low lunge. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Start to walk it out to the edge of the mat, coming onto the knife edge of that foot. And then bend the right foot in, sweep the left arm around, grab that foot, draw it in. This side might be completely different from the other, so just taking it to the edge of the stretch on this side. Release the grip on that foot, bring both hands back down to the earth, and then kick the left leg up to the sky, open the chest, lift the gaze, and then drop that left knee back down. Root down through the hands, tuck under the toes, lift the knees to hover, and find that engagement in the core, starting to build a little bit of fire now that we're nice and warmed up. Bring the right hand to tap the left shoulder, place it back down. Left hand taps the right shoulder, place it back down. Keep doing this, or lift the right toes to hover. Bring the right hand to tap the left shoulder, place it back down. Bring the left hand to tap the right shoulder, place it back down. Right toes come back down, lift the left toes to hover. Right hand taps left shoulder, come back down. Left hand taps right shoulder, come back down. Bring the left toes back down. Holding here for a few extra breaths. Once again, drawing the shoulders back, down, away from the ears. And then straighten the legs, send the hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Find some free movement here, whatever feels good. Maybe pedaling out through the legs. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. Maybe finding some movement in the shoulders. On your next breath in, wave the body forward, rounding through the spine as you come into your high plank. Press the floor away from you, press the heels towards the back of the mat, and then once again we'll tap the right hand to the left shoulder, place it back down. Left to right, place it back down. Lift the right toes to hover, tap right to left, place it back down, and then tap left to right, place it back down. Lift the left toes to hover, tap right to left, place it back down, and then tap left to right, place it back down. Left toes come back down and take a big step or a hop forward, landing in Malasana at the top of the mat, toes pointing out at an angle. Bring the hands to heart center, bring the hands to interlace, and just take some circles with the wrists going in both directions. Maybe turn the palms to press away from you. Maybe take some waves with the wrists, just letting go of any tension. Now bring those hands to press back together at heart center. Press yourself all the way up to standing. Lower yourself back down into your malasana. Place the hands on the mat. Find a micro bend in the elbows here, so do not lock the elbows out as we hop our way back into a plank. Hop back forward to malasana, hands to heart center. Press back up to standing, lower yourself back down. Hands to the earth, bend those elbows, hop it back to plank, straight back to malasana, hands to heart, back to standing. Back to malasana, hands to the earth, back to plank, back to malasana. Hands to heart, press back up, lower back down, hands to earth, back to plank, back to malasana, hands to heart, all the way up to standing. Legs are burning. Lower back down for one more time. Hands to the earth, back to plank, malasana, hands to heart, up to standing, lower back down, hands to the earth. This time back to plank, wave it back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out, maybe sigh it out through the mouth. Who says that sun salutations are the only way to get your heart going? On your next breath in, whenever you're ready, sweep the right leg up to the sky, bend that knee, draw the heel in towards the glute, start to take some big circles with that right knee. Switch direction of the circles. And then draw that heel into the glute. Option to stay here or to come up to the left fingertips and then sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Maybe grab hold of the right foot and then find a bit of a kick with that right foot up towards the sky. And release. Place the left hand back down. Sweep the right toes up as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's do two more. Inhaling, exhaling. Last one. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Hold, hold, hold. And then step that foot through in between the hands. Back knee stays lifted this time as we sweep both arms all the way up towards the sky for our high crescent lunge. Really squeezing that left glute, sinking down into that front knee, making sure the knee is stacking above the ankle. On your next breath in, cactus the arms, draw the elbows in towards the ribs, and as you breathe out, straighten the front leg and straighten the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, cactus the arms, bend that knee. Exhale, straighten the leg, reach the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, straighten the leg, reach the fingertips up, and then start to hinge at the hips, coming down for an extended pyramid, reaching the hands to the front of the room. Back heel is still lifted from the mat. Find a micro bend in that front knee. Now, either with the hands straight out ahead or at heart center, put all your weight on that right foot, launch yourself into a warrior three. Just shimmying on my mat as I don't have the space. Finding one long line of energy from the crown of the head all the way to the tips of the left toes. Now take 5 little pulses with that right knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your warrior 3. Hold, 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 feeling the burn. And then take a big step back with that left leg all the way back to your high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat. Sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky, finding a twist. Bring the right hand into a fist and start to take some nice circles with that wrist in both directions. And then spin to the outside edge of both feet. Drop the left hip down, revolved Skandasana. As you inhale, lift the hips, reach the right fingertips to the front of the room. Exhale, drop the hips, cactus that right arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus, and just hold for a moment in your revolved Skandasana. Big stretch in the outside of that right leg. Now inhale, lift, reach that right arm forward and step the right foot to meet the left, coming into Vashisthasana, side plank. As you inhale, find even more length, and exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Extend, tap. Let's do 2 more. Extend, tap. Last one. Extend, tap, and hold. And then extend. Bring the right hand down towards the earth. Take it straight back to a downward facing dog, or work your way through a vinyasa. Inhaling to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep releasing breaths here. Reset, reconnect. On your next breath in, sweep the left leg all the way up to the sky, open the hip, bend the knee, take those circles. Switch direction of the circles. Come back to centre, keep that heel drawing into the glute as you maybe come up onto the right fingertips, maybe sweep the right arm up to the sky, maybe grab onto that left foot and whoop, kick it up towards the sky. Maybe you fall out of it like I just did, that's absolutely fine. Release the grip, place the right hand back down, straighten that left leg as you breathe in, and then knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Fill those lungs, straighten that leg. Empty the lungs, draw everything in, hold, and then step that foot through in between the hands. As you breathe in, sweep the arms up to the sky, high crescent lunge. Really firing up that left quad and that right glute. On your next breath in, draw the elbows in towards the ribs, spread through the fingers, and as you breathe out, straighten the front leg, straighten the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, drop it down, cactus. Inhale, straighten and extend. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, exhale, 1 more, fill those lungs. Empty the lungs as you come up and then hinge at the hips, reach the fingertips forward, extended pyramid. Make sure you're not locking out that left knee. Then either with the hands at heart centre or straight ahead, put all your weight on that left foot, lift the right leg, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Making sure the torso and the right leg are parallel to the earth. And 5 pulses on that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your warrior 3, hold for an extra moment. And then take a big step back with that right leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the earth. Sweep the left arm up to the sky. Bring the left hand into a fist and take some circles in both directions. And revolve Skandasana, spinning on the outside edges of both feet, dropping the right hip down. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, cactus, drop the hips, bring that elbow in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift as you breathe in. Lower as you breathe out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Hold for just an extra breath. Really feeling the sensations in that left leg. Now inhale, lift, reach the arm forward, and then step the left foot to meet the right. Ooh, bit wobbly, coming into Vashisthasana, side plank. Lengthening through both sides of the waist. Micro bending that right elbow. Inhale here, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, exhale for 2. Inhale, oop, falling, exhale for 3. Extend, 2 more, 4, extend, 5, hold, 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 extend, work your way through a vinyasa or take it straight back to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in, opening the chest, deep breath out, waving the body back. Once again, take 3 deep breaths here, maybe sighing it out through the mouth. Now, option to stay in your downward dog or to bring some fire to the arms with some downward dog to dolphin push-ups. So either both forearms at a time or one at a time, dropping them down, lifting them back up, lowering and lifting, just working through these at your own pace. Or like I say, just staying in your downward facing dog. Wherever you're at, let's just go for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to downward facing dog. Walk the hands towards the feet at the back of the mat. Bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Bend the knees as deeply as you would like to for our ragdoll. Swaying the torso from side to side. Maybe bending one knee then the other. Maybe shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Inhale, press the hands into the shins, come up to a flat back. Exhale, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the hands to the hips, turn to face the long edge of the mat, and then step the feet out wide. Heels point out slightly, toes point in slightly. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come down halfway to a flat back. So not going straight down into the fold, finding some strength through the spine and through the core here. Micro bend the knees here, don't lock them out. Inhale, reach those fingertips even further forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. Extend, cactus, extend, cactus. Keep it flowing. Reach the arms straight out in front and then bring them out into a T, sending them in both directions. Sweep the left arm down, reach the right arm up, maybe bring the left fingertips to the earth or keep them hovering, and then come back through centre. Bring the right hand down, left arm up, come back through centre. One more on each side, left down, back through centre, right down, back through centre. And now lower yourself into your fold, releasing. Maybe finding a little bend in each knee, shimmying from side to side. Maybe wiggling the hips, maybe wiggling the shoulders. Just finding what feels good. Inhale, come up to a flat back, bring the heels in, point the toes out, bend the knees, rise your way up into goddess with the hands at heart centre. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead, straighten the legs. Exhale, sink it back down. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, sink it down and hold. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into Skandasana on the right leg, bending the right knee, left toes point up towards the sky. Hands can be on the mat or at heart centre. The right heel does not have to be on the earth. As you breathe in, sweep the right arm down, reach the left arm up. Option here to take a bind around that right leg. If you've got the bind, release it. The option here is to bring the arms out into a capital T or to have them on the mat as you press up into a warrior two at the back of the mat. So bending into the left leg, right foot comes parallel to the front of the mat, bending into that left knee, gazing out over the left fingertips. Making sure that left knee isn't collapsing in. As you breathe in, straighten that left leg, bring the hands to touch up overhead. Exhale, sink it back down. Inhale, straighten and touch. Exhale, sink it back down. Inhale, fly the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Now this time, reverse triangle. Right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up and over. On your next breath out, triangle. Bump the hips back, reach the left arm forward, 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 and then down. Finding length through both sides of the waist here. So notice whether the underside of your body, the left side of the body, is totally collapsed. Try and find some length here. The left hand can rest on the left shin or down on the earth, or you can bring it to hover for a little extra challenge. Now either stay here or reach the right arm to the front of the room and then reach the left arm to the front of the room. Imagine like you're holding a big beach ball and then come back up to standing. Turn both toes to point out, both heels to point in. Exhale, sink it down for goddess. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, scooping it up. Exhaling, sinking it down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Inhaling. Exhaling and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skandasana onto the left leg with the right toes pointing up, left knee is bent, heel can be lifted. Take whatever arm variation works for you, with the hands on the mat, up to the sky, at heart center. Sending the breath into the sensations. As you breathe in, sweep the left arm down and the right arm up. Option to take a bind around that left leg, opening the chest. Unwind from the bind, bring the arms out into a capital T position, and then maybe, without using the hands, launch into your warrior two at the top of the mat, bending into the right knee. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Look down, make sure that the heel of your front foot is in line with the arch of your back foot, and that the arch of the back foot is not collapsing into the mat. Stacking head over heart over hips here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the hands to touch. Exhale, sink it back down. Deep breath in, fly the warrior. Deep breath out, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. This time take it into reverse triangle, Trikonasana, finding length all the way from the right fingertips to the right toes. And then reach that right arm forward as you bump the hips back, lengthen through both sides of the waist as long as you can get before you then hinge down, bringing the torso parallel to the earth. Right arm comes down, left arm comes up. Maybe you find the challenge of bringing the right hand to hover. Maybe you sweep the left arm forward and then the right arm forward, hold, 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 and then come all the way back up to standing. Once again, bring the hands down through heart center, bring them onto the hips, and then just take a big hop, bringing the feet to touch together, facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, come up onto your tippy toes, come up as high as you can, lifting as much of the feet as humanly possible from the earth, and then keeping that lift with the heels. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to sink yourself down to the mat. See if I can get there before you. Go so slow that I have to sit waiting for you. Bringing the bum down towards the heels. Heels are still lifted, knees are hovering off the mat, toe balance. Little challenge here, maybe you want to close the eyes or just find a soft gaze. Feet still, heels still hovering. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand hooks around the left hip maybe. Gazing to the right, feeling into all of those wobbles. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Wobble, fall out of it, come back in, everything is fine. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, soften the heels, soften the bum down to the mat, knees point up to the sky. Maybe bringing the forehead down onto the knees. Lift the chest, lift the gaze and extend the legs out wide. Upavista Konasana, seated, wide-legged. The legs do not have to be as wide as mine. Your legs might look like this, they might look like this. Everything is valid. When I started out doing yoga, this is where I was and this is where I am now. Even if you always stay with the narrow V, that is absolutely fine too. You do not have to take it deeper, just take it where feels good for you. You can either stay seated upright, you can come straight down into the fold, or you can join me in finding a bit of strength in the hips by reaching the arms up overhead and then hinging yourself to hover. So not coming down into the fold, lifting back up. Hinging, hovering, really strengthening through the hips and the spine here, coming back up, making sure the toes are pointing up to the sky the whole time. Hinge and hover, bring it back up. Let's do one more, hinge and hover, bring it back up, and then this time lower yourself down into the fold. Now you want your belly to be reaching towards the earth before your chest and your head. So if you're just going like this, then you're just going to be rounding through the spine, which is something that we don't want. We want the shoulders to be drawing back, the chest to be drawing forward, the belly to be coming in the direction of the earth, and then the chest, and then the forehead. You might bring one hand on top of the other to create a little pillow for your head to rest on. Just take a moment to notice if your legs have collapsed in, making sure the toes are still pointing up to the sky and that the feet are nice and active. As you draw your next breath in, start to draw yourself back upright. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a side stretch over to the left. Reaching the right hand in the direction of the left foot. It does not have to reach the foot. You can bring the left forearm down onto the mat. Make sure the chest is nice and lifted and open, and that you've got some nice length through both sides of the waist. Again, your pose does not have to look like mine. Inhale, come back through centre. Exhale, take it over to the other side, remembering that one side might be different from the other, and that is okay. Inhale, come back through centre, swing the left leg to meet the right, turn yourself to face the front of the mat, feet are nice and flexed and active, toes drawing back towards the face. Inhale, sweep both arms up, exhale, lengthen, 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 and then fold. Always finding the length before we soften down into the fold. The hands might be just near the thighs, they might be by the shins, they might reach towards the feet. If reaching the feet means that you round like this, then do not take that option. Never compromising the integrity of our spine just to make a certain shape or achieve a certain pose. Think about drawing the shoulders back as you draw the chest forwards. If your hands do reach your feet, I quite like to use the palms of my hands to push the toes back towards the shins. Obviously they're not touching the shins, they're just drawing them in that direction, finding a nice stretch through the bottoms of the feet. As you're ready, draw yourself back upright, plant the feet on the earth, reach the fingertips out long, and slowly lower yourself onto your back, keeping a nice long spine as you go. Once again, let's see if I can get down before you can. That's how slow you can go. And then hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself another big squeeze. Keep hold of the right knee, extend the left leg out long, and just like we did at the start, wiggle that right knee from side to side, keeping the foot nice and active. And then left hand to the outside of the right knee, guide it across the body for a twist, taking whichever arm variation works for you with that right arm. Repeating the stretches that we did at the start of the class and noticing if they feel any different. They might do. Maybe they do feel different. Maybe they don't feel different. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just checking in and noticing. You might feel more open. You might feel more tight. There's no right or wrong, just seeing the effects of our practice. Unwind, come back through centre, keep a hold of that right knee, cross the left ankle over the top, supine pigeon, Supta, Ekapada, Rajakapotasana. Keeping those feet nice and active. So maybe you're more open than the start of practice and you feel like drawing the legs even closer. Or maybe you just feel like keeping it nice and chilled and just finding a soft grip on that right leg. Unravel, straighten that right leg, walk the hands up the back of the leg, taking them as far as you would like to go. It does not have to be far. Maybe find some movement with that ankle. Supta Padangustasana. Option to bring the two peace fingers of the right hand around the right big toe. Option to open that leg out to the right hand side if you've got the space. And release the right leg, extend it out long, draw the left knee in towards the body. Once again, wiggle that hip around. And then guide the left knee over to the right, softening down into this supine twist. Are there any parts of the body that are resisting the twist? Can you soften everything down? Once you land in a shape, you don't just have to stay there, you can shimmy around, rearrange yourself. And then come back through centre. Give that left knee another squeeze, cross the right ankle over the top, draw the left knee in, draw the right knee away, supine pigeon. Uncross that right ankle, straighten the left leg, draw it in towards you, keep the foot nice and flexed, and don't forget about that right leg, keep the right leg nice and active as well. Option to maybe bring the peace fingers and the thumb around the left big toe. Maybe open that left leg out to the side. Trying to keep the left hip grounded into the earth and the right hip grounded, both hips grounded. And release that left leg. Draw both knees in for one final squeeze, one final rock from side to side. Maybe hands onto the knees and you take some circles. Any final movements that are calling to you before you land in Shavasana. And as always, I encourage you to take whatever shape you wish to make for Shavasana. Could be the traditional shape, it could be a constructive rest pose like I'm showing now, with the feet planted on the earth and the knees dropping in towards one another. You might take a Supta Baddha Konasana. Whatever shape you are in, I would encourage you to tuck the chin into the chest slightly, to lengthen through the back of the neck, to shimmy the shoulder blades together to create a little pillow for your heart, and to lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels to lengthen through the lower spine. Take any final little wiggles, wobbles that you need to let go of tension and to get completely comfortable. And if you are very tempted to end the practice right now, I would encourage you to hang around for a few extra minutes. Remembering that even though you might not be moving your body, that doesn't mean that you are still. So your lungs are expanding and then contracting. Blood is rushing through your veins and your arteries and your capillaries. Your heart is beating. Electrical impulses are traveling through the nerves in your body. A million different cells, trillions of cells are working just to keep you alive right now. So settle into the stillness with the knowledge that there's still a lot going on right now. letting the breath be super duper soft and gentle and slow and smooth. You might have one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly to help you feel your heartbeat and to help you feel your breath. With every exhale, letting something go, whether that's tension, whether it's a thought, anything that doesn't serve you, just releasing it as you release the breath. Staying in Shavasana is very much an option that I encourage if you have the time. If you need to move on from your practice, then do so slowly, checking in with the body, finding out what movement it needs to bring itself back to life, before slowly, gently making your way up to a comfortable seat, eyes still closed if that feels comfortable. We will seal our practice with some segmented breathing. So we will inhale in 3 parts, filling up the belly even more with every breath in, and then we will sigh it out through the mouth. So it goes like this. Join with me. Taking in each breath with every inhale. Letting everything go with each exhale. 2 more. Just take a moment to settle. You might feel a little bit dizzy or lightheaded. That's completely normal. Open the eyes whenever you feel ready. As always, I thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me and for staying around right until the end. Like I said at the start, I would be so happy if you could give me a big thumbs up. Every like fills me with joy, as does every comment. Your comments honestly fill me with so much love and happiness and joy. So yeah, and any subscribes would be much appreciated. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye bye.